All right, we are back with our last Mega Man of the block, which is very unfortunate for me because I do so enjoy my Mega Man. Anyways, we're going to move right along to Mega Man 4 with Iraq Vet, who I will gladly let introduce himself, and GND. Welcome back. Good luck, have fun, and have double fun.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, guys. Everybody, I'm IRACBet0304, and with me, as always, Guy Next Door.
Hey guys, how are we doing? My name is Guy Next Door 717, and I also speedrun this game, and it's a pleasure to be here tonight.
Yeah, man, this Mega Man block was super awesome. Actually, this whole marathon that already up until this point has been awesome. I've been watching, since it started, and it's been a great marathon. Good shout outs to Mooncubes for doing that task run, by the way. That was really pretty sick rush only task run in Mega Man 5. That was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Hats off to you, Moon. So little thing to note about Mega Man 4 here is this was my first speedrun. It's I've loved this game since I was a little kid, so I'm really happy to show it off for you guys, and I'm gonna try to show off a few little swag strats here and there as I go through. Hopefully I won't die too much, but that's famous last words, right? And keep in mind, if I do die, it's all GND's fault. So chat, it is your priority to spam in chat, blame GND for anything that goes wrong. All right?
He does like to do that a lot.
Help me out. Help me out here, chat. Blame GND the whole time. Alright, what's up, Ahmad? Good to see you. Alright, GND, I'm going to let you count down, and then off you go with commentary, and off I go with trying not to fail.
Okay, man. Good luck.
Thank you. I'm gonna reset in 3, 2, 1, reset. Woo! And I'm at title. Let's go.
Hey guys, we're gonna go ahead and begin the run in 3, 2, 1, go. So guys, welcome to Mega Man 4. This is the first Mega Man where it actually introduces the Mega Buster. So it's very, very awesome. You get to charge it and whatnot. Yeah, you did not see that in Mega Man 3. So I'm gonna be behind just a little bit from his stream, but it's okay. We'll get there. So there's a couple different routes that you take for Mega Man 4. You can do Pharaoh first, or you can do Bright Man first. We did the Bright Man. That's a little bit of the easier ones to do. But we never thought that we'd actually get world record with it, and that was done recently. Well, in the past year. So it's amazing. It's an amazing run. So there's definitely a lot of RNG in this game. I mean, it's just jam packed. So one of the RNG that you're going to notice right off the bat is these crickets. The crickets actually can jump big, they can jump small. So we got a mix there, and we're going to keep on climbing up. We also want to do a lot of lag reduction in this game as well. So you're going to see some different things and different strategies that we use to reduce lag on the screen. So we're going to keep on going, and yeah, this is an amazing game, guys. I've been running it for a couple of years, so is Iraq Vet. We became good friends. Just a little bit of information about us. We actually met at a GDQ a few years ago, so we've been best friends ever since.
Yeah, good times. Can't wait for GDQ to be live again, man.
Excellent. Yeah, me too. Let's hope that AGDQ 2022 is live again. So, and one thing you'll notice too, whenever Vet jumps, whenever he's on a ladder, he actually will jump off the ladder. That's just because you just do not want to hold a right down input, like a diagonal, and then get back on that ladder. So to do that, we just kind of jump off the ladders here. This section, if you just hold right, you actually will not fall off those off the platforms. And here we are, and let Vet describe the Brightman fight.
So Brightman, when his health values reach 16, 8, and 4 health values, he will freeze the screen. So what you want to do is you want to offset his health values so he'll never freeze. So what I always do is do 2 full charge shots, 1 lemon shot, and the rest full charge shots, and he will never freeze you.
Right. And you'll also notice, like, whenever he finishes the fight here, he'll actually will stand in the very middle on a very specific pixel. If you do not stand in the middle on the magic pixel, then you just kind of jump all the way to the ceiling and then come back down for your weapon get. But as you can see there, that actually was on that magic pixel. It teleports Mega Man up. It kind of just glitches him up, and then he can get that weapon get pretty fast. We're going to be really abusing the Flash Stopper throughout this entire run as well, as you'll see. And the first instance of the Flash Stopper is in Pharaohman stage. And what you're going to see here is normally you'll see scorpions that come out of the sand here, but when we're using the Flash Stopper, actually they won't come out. And really, when you're playing the game casually, you'll see that, like, if you just keep walking when you do the Flash Stopper, it only lasts for like 4 or 5 seconds or so. But if you keep sliding, you could actually extend the use of the Flash Stopper, as you can see here. So we made that jump over that gap. That's awesome. You don't want to be on G&D pace. What is G&D pace, by the way, Ed?
Well, G&D pace simply means you do not make that jump, that big gap jump, and you fall down the hole, and you will not have balloons for the rest of your run. G&D likes to do that, and we call it G&D pace because last time he did that, he PB'd. So good for him, and forever cementing his role at G&D pace.
That's right. So you notice here we are doing some lag reduction strats. All guys there, as long as you are on top of them before they shoot, you won't get that much lag. But if they do shoot, it's lag city. So here we go. You're gonna see we're gonna take care of some of these mummies here, and Bet is just so fast. He's so fast this game. I'm super proud of my buddy here. We're gonna keep on trucking. Yeah, there we go. Shoot some mummies here. Let's talk about that Pharaohman fight. Take it away.
So yeah, Pharaohman he can jump to your position, or he can just jump clear across the screen, or he can just stand there and shoot his charge shot at you, which we want him to do, but unfortunately he's being a little jumpy jerk. But thank God he moved back to the center so we can kill him in the center, which those explosions you want to be off screen as fast as possible. That's why we want him to get killed in the center, so that way the fanfare starts sooner.
You'll notice that when we do the refights in this game, you actually want to be close to the teleporter, so it's a little bit different. It's quite opposite of killing the boss in the center of the stage. So let's see if it gets pixel here. Yep, pops right up, and there we go. So the good thing to note about the Pharaoh shot, it can shoot with little orbs, right? Little orange orbs. But if you hold down the shoot button, the fire button, then you actually can get the orb like all the way. You can charge it over top of Mega Man. So, and the best thing, and we wrecked this game with that too. So you actually can hit enemies with that, and then still keep the charge shot. So you actually get a double shot there. You're going to be seeing some use of balloons here to our advantage. And right here, you're going to see where he actually puts a balloon in the wall. You don't even see it spawn, and then he jumps right on top of it. So we're going to be using that throughout the run as well. Now, this hippo, if we were, when I was younger, I'll tell you what, if I knew that I could skip the hippo here, I mean, that would be amazing. So we're going to do a couple shots here and just go right over top of them. The Saturn room is kind of scary. There's a bunch of lag here, but let's see how that does on getting through there. Doing great so far. Again, killing some of those enemies there to get some lag off the screen. There we go. We got the Slinky there. It's awesome. He can be pretty trolly as well. Okay, here we go with the hippo again. Yep, there we go. Nice back D boost there.
That back D boost is harder than it looks.
It is. This section, it's quite opposite from the beginning because the platforms actually like go away from the right instead of the left. So again, we want to keep sliding here as much as possible. You want to do what we call slide chaining, where it slides back to back, back to back. And I'll let you talk about this Ringman fight, or I can if you want to.
We're gonna use that shot above our head to hit them and keep that one charge shot in reserve for the last shot. We just zoom it down so it doesn't cause as much lag. So it's 6 quick shots and he's down. So Ringman's got no RNG, so it's a pretty scripted fight, and you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah, that is definitely redemption for you.
You're right.
GG on that one about you. Really, really. Let's talk about the Rune Boomerang for just a moment. So it might look like it's definitely a huge weapon whenever you fire it, but its hitbox is only 1 pixel high. So yeah, it's crazy, and you'll see that in Cossack 1. It's crazy. Like I don't know why the developers made it like that, but like in this stage, we're in Dustman. We're actually going to be using the Brightman's weapon, the Time Stopper, again to our advantage, and this is the lag room. So this section, guys, I mean, we don't call it the lag room for nothing. So what he's going to do is actually going to use that Brightman's weapon here, freeze the room altogether, and then we're going to go through here. It's so, I mean, when you get so much lag, it's insane. It is. I mean, we died there several times. I mean, it's insane. This section, that I'll let you explain that if you want to.
So Capcom decided that the only way you can zip is if you take damage. So what I did was I just took some damage from that Met bullet and zipped right through the crushers there. It doesn't save a lot of time, but it just looks really cool, and I just like showing it off. Nobody really actually does it but me, so little thing there. If you ever want to see it, just tune in.
That's right. There's nothing wrong with doing a little swag.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with some swag, showing off a little bit. No big deal.
That's right. Now, speedrun, actually, if we're doing it for PvE sakes, then, we obviously would not do that unless, we're just, we're going to reset anyways, because it does, you do like full time. So.
Actually, my very first sub 40 that I ever got had the Dust Crusher zip in it.
No way. That's incredible.
Yep. So you can sub 40 with a Dust Crusher zip. It is possible.
Awesome. So you see, we had an excellent Dustman fight. He didn't suck one time. So if he does do that attack, then what you have to do, the only way to cancel that is to take body damage. And you see, whenever Vet had that kind of low energy there, maybe like a third or maybe even a quarter, if he would have taken one hit there of body damage, it might have killed him there.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, we're going to move on to Skullman. Skullman, favorite boss, favorite Robot Master, favorite theme music as well, and I think that you can agree.
Oh yeah, definitely my favorite by a long shot.
Nice. So what we're going to do here, guys, we're actually going to set up the only zip in the game. What we're going to do is place a balloon strategically in this corner, get hit at the same time by the enemy, and boom, we are through that barrier. It's insane. Now, if you do place a balloon, and your maintenance at the very top of it, like on it, and you actually can get crushed and kill yourself that way. So we need to be very, very careful about how we use the balloon, especially when it comes to a part of the run like that. So we keep on. This stage is very, very it's lengthy. We're doing a lot of slide chains, a lot of balloon usage as well. There's Senior Eddie. He gave you a E-Tank.
Yeah.
Which is always helpful, but we're speedrunners. We don't eat E-Tanks, So let's switch over here to Bright, and hopefully we can keep this bright flash here through the entire duration of this room. But it maybe looked like we don't keep it. Yeah, actually we did. That's an excellent job. The red room here is very treacherous. I mean, you're just sliding the entire time when you're in the stage, and I'm telling you what, your fingers get pretty tired. So. I mean, there's a chance that you could just slide right to your death, and I'll let you explain the Skullman fight.
Yeah, Skullman, he has, the only RNG to him is his shield, and he can give you a long shield or a short shield. But I totally screwed it up and gave him a hug and died right there. Note to self, do not give the Robot Masters hugs. They don't like it. It is not in your weapon arsenal. Do not do it.
An unfortunate death, but you'll have your redemption, I'm sure.
But the thing about it is you want to stay as close, and Mega Man here, you want to stay as close to the Robot Masters as possible. It kind of negates some of their RNG a little bit, so you can kind of play around with that. That's why I was always so close to them. And sometimes that's happen, man. It happens. Shake it off. You can't win them all. That's my motto.
Yeah, exactly. But you are doing a fantastic job. Very, very proud moment.
Thanks. What a boner. Let's go. Let's go, man. Such a boner. Moving on.
Can't. Oh my gosh, you're incredible, Matt. Okay, guys. So what we're gonna do now? we're actually in Dive Man stage. So Dive Man stage, if you could imagine, is full of water, right? So what's so crucial about learning about the water physics in this game? Well, the thing is that you cannot jump out of your slides. So if you do slide in the water, you have to commit. Now you can do what's a slide cancel. That's fine, but again, we're going to be using this Brightman's weapon throughout the stage here, just to breeze on by. One thing to note too about these Mega Man stages is that we have to conserve our energy as much as possible, because we're using Brightman's weapon, the Flash Stopper, over and over and over again. So obviously we're not using the Game Genie, so we have to conserve our energy, especially if you take a death or whatnot. So got a little refill there from Eddie. Few sections here. We're actually going to talk about these whales coming up. The whales, I mean, we've already seen one. We're going to see a second one here in just a moment. And if you are very good at mashing, then that's awesome. But if you're like me and Vet, where we're not the best mashers in the world, then you probably want to take a 3 cycle on the whale, or 3 jump to the whale. And actually, he freezes him right whenever he comes down, and right before he spawns in there. Oh, look at that! We're actually going. So this is not the speed run. I mean, this is not 80%.
What are you doing?
This is bananas. So the weapon that he got there, we don't usually get for the 80%, but it is a requirement for the 100% of this game. So he just picked up wire, and we're going to show you some nifty, no spoilers, show you a nifty little trick there later on in one of our Cossack stages. So stay tuned, you'll see when that happens.
It's a surprise to everyone.
It's definitely a surprise. So yes, please guys, don't go anywhere. Enjoy the marathon. Enjoy this run, it's amazing. Alright, so we're going through this section here. Those spikes can be very deadly right there. If you slide too early and hit that mine, and your iframes run out, which Mega Man 4 does have 90 frames of invincibility after you get hit, then if you do it a little bit early, you're dead. So I'll let you talk about the Dive Man fight here.
So he charges at you. It's pretty scripted. He charges at you, then does a couple shots. You just hit him down with 7 skull shields, and he's done. You will once again try to kill him in the middle, and then set up that magic pixel.
So again, he's going to get the magic pixel. He's going to see him jump up, and just like, he gets the early exit. That's amazing.
Yeah, got that early skip. That's fun to do. Saves about 2 seconds.
Yeah, for whatever reason, like Pharaoh Man stage, where he's actually on like the platforms there in the middle, and then also in Dive Man stage, you actually can get higher. You need to be in the middle of the screen and have Mega Man right there at a specific point, a specific time, while also being in the magic pixel. And what he does, he doesn't jump. He was out of there. I mean, peace out, Boy Scout, right?
That's right.
So again, this the Brightman's weapon, the Flash Stopper. I mean, we're going to be, just taking full advantage of that throughout these 8 Robos stages. Let's see if you get good bats here, which you did not, unfortunately. So
I took a little safety out there too, because I noticed I was starting to get hit by a lot of stuff.
Right. Yes, and that's very, very smart. I mean, even in a speedrun, if you want to play safe, safe can get you a PB. It just depends. Unfortunately, when he froze the turrets in that room, It was just a little bit too late then, and they actually fired. But you can get it to where those enemies actually will not fire, and you can just breeze on past them. So it's very important that you use Brightman's weapon here. This section can be brutal. Casually, if you guys are just starting to play this game, or you played it for a couple times or whatnot, this section can be crazy hard. You'll definitely fall in some pits here. And then here we are to the Drill Man fight. I'll let you talk about that.
So Drill Man is pretty RNG heavy. He likes to dive a lot, which he's been doing. But we try to shoot as many dive missiles as you can. In order to not have like what we call a drunk missile, you want to do like a little hop when you shoot his dive missiles. But man, RNG is killing us on this dive man fight, our Drill Man fight, because he just does not want to stay above ground at all. There we go. Good lord, that's the most he's dived in a long time.
Yeah, what was that count? Did you have to get a count on that on those dives?
I think that was about 6. I think maybe 5 or 6. I think.
Oh,
that was pretty
brutal.
bad. That was pretty bad.
You notice he loves to dive at that 1 health there. I mean, he really does. So what we can do in the refights is, you'll see later on, is that we actually can use the Rain Flush, which is Toadman's weapon, against him. So unfortunately, we missed that magic pixel. That's fine. We're out of there. Here we go. The good thing to note too about Mega Man 4 is that you have 8 Robot Masters, 4 of which are RNG based, right? Just completely random, their movements. And then you have 4 that are scripted. So that Drill Man fight, he's always RNG. I mean, he's just the worst. So you can take your PB and you can add possibly up to 20-some seconds, 30 seconds, because of the RNG. So now we're on the Toadman stage here. Again, we're going to be using the Brightman's weapon. And one thing to note about, you'll see the rain on the screen, it actually pushes Mega Man back to the left. So these, it's so scary with these jumps. Because if you miss your slide jump there just for a little bit, it's Death City.
That waterfall section was pretty scary.
Yeah, I'm just now seeing your waterfall section right now. Yeah, and the thing to note, that was scary. Yeah, like I said, I'm a little bit behind on the stream, so it's okay. But yeah, that was definitely scary. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the snails here. So if you shoot the Brightman's weapon there, the flash stopper, as soon as you get in the room, actually the snails spawn in, but you can take some damage and just slide right past them, which is pretty cool. This section can be a bit of a pain, just because if your slide jumps are off just a little bit, I mean you're going right down on the spikes. So you did good with that damage boost there off the last one, and very good. And I'll let you talk about the easiest boss in the game there, but
yeah, he just likes to dance, So you just shoot some drill bombs in his little belly, and that's all there is to it. You try to get him. You can kind of manipulate where he goes, because he jumps to your position, so you can kind of manipulate him to get into the center somewhat. So pretty easy fight, pretty straightforward. Don't let him shoot the acid rain on you.
Absolutely. I mean, I always say if he shoots the acid rain, the rain flush on you, we're gonna take your Mega Man card away.
And whenever he starts shaking his belly to call down the rain, all you gotta do is shoot him, and it'll stop that sequence. So I mean, it's really easy fight, even casually. That's why most casual runners start off with Toadman fight. Deceptively hard stage, but really easy fight.
Absolutely. So now we're going to move on to the Dr. Cossack stages. And one thing to note that you do get from Toadman, besides the Rain Flush, is you get that Rush Marine adapter, which we will never use in the speedrun at all.
Completely useless. Completely useless.
Absolutely. Now, casually, sure, it's fine. Definitely use it. Use it to your advantage. But speedrun, no. So we started Cossack 1 here.
No, never use it. Not even casually. Don't ever use it casually.
Only on ROM hacks of the games, possibly. So if you start off the stage, you have the ice physics there with the slinkies, and also if you start the game, start the stage, and you go to the left, you actually pick up a free E-Tank, which is pretty nice. So, spoiler alert there. The top of the area here, again, it's going to have those ice physics, and this part we call Skull Alley. It can be very trolly because you have to get those jumps, those slide jumps, just perfectly, so you don't fall in the pits there. He is going to go ahead and despawn one of the Skeleton Joes there by going back and forth there in a specific spot. Use the balloons to climb here. Oh, nice! I love that, sliding in the balloon. That's excellent. Very good job. That's tough to do.
It is very tough.
It is. It really is. There are different ways to do this section here with the little grabbers there. That he opted for the safer part, and we'll let you talk about the fight here.
So Mothra has one pixel hitbox, which is that little red blinking dot in the middle of his mouth there, and Ring Boomerang is also 1 pixel, as you heard earlier. And you just want to hit him 7 times as best you can. Sometimes he likes to dive down, sometimes he'll be a troll, but usually you can get quick 7 easy shots in, as long as you time your jumps right. Good to go. And don't get hit by him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that could be a tough fight, even though he makes it look so easy, guys. So definitely, it just takes a lot of practice and grinding those rooms out. That's so important.
Oh my god.
So
oh my god.
Whoopsie! I'm just not catching up with you. We're going to do this jump here.
I did not mean to do that. That is what you're not supposed to do, and if you ever wanted to know what not to do in speedrunning, you've come to the right place, because I will show you all the bad habits. Just like that. Don't do what I just did.
But I will contest there. I mean, that is a very, very hard strat to do. But typically in this section, what we're going to try to do is we're going to use those balloons to our advantage here to get over these section by using the iframes by getting hit. And then, again, it's only 90 frames of invincibility, so you can be pretty quick in your balloon placements there. Typically, if you're playing casually, what you want to do is use Rush Jet to get over that section. We're actually pretty low on health here. Again, sorry, I do apologize for that, but I am behind, but you did take that health there. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't take that safety health because I took too many dang hits, and I messed that whole stage up. Contact 2 is continued to be the bane of my existence, so sorry about that. Go ahead and talk about the fight, G&D.
Okay, here we go. So this is Square Machine, guys. So he can do 3 different patterns when he comes together. He can do a fast, a mid, or a slow, or a 1, 2, or a 3. So unfortunately, we got a 3 here to begin with. It's unfortunate. But if you wanted to get the optimal RNG here, it actually would be like a 1, 1. Where he only goes by 1 time and then he comes together. That way you can go ahead and blast him. So we got a 3, 2, which is pretty common. So let's see how he does it here, guys. Again, you want to keep in mind about your health because those projectiles that Square Machine has, I mean, they do some damage. So you got them in the correct order here. We're doing great. Good job.
Yeah, and here comes the treat where you get. Where you're like, why did he grab wire? Well, I will get ready to show you right here in the world's best auto-scroller.
Absolutely. Yeah, who would have thought that the game designers would actually put an auto-scroller? I mean, it's just nuts, but, I mean, there are chances to die on this. There really are. I mean, your run could be over just if, like, let's say, like, you're bored, you just, like, walking around, and then you're like, oh, well, I just wanted to slide on the platforms, and you take a death. I mean, a little note, just don't mess around. I'll let you explain what's going on here, but...
So, the wire, as long as you are attached to something, a platform above you, the game still thinks you're attached to it. So, when it pushes, because it's an auto-scroller, it'll push you off screen, and, you're basically at the very, very top of the screen, and since it's a vertical auto scroller, you're way up there. So when you come when you transition out of your wire and switch to back to ring, you just want to hold up and right and until you fall, and then you'll fall right onto that ladder, and you just hold up and climb up to the transition.
That's right, very, very good. Now we're on to the second section here. I mean, it does take a little bit for Mega Man to come down the ladder there, you see, but that's why we ultimately do not do that for the any percent, because it does take quite some time there.
Because I mean, you're at the very, very top of this screen, and that was 2 screens ago, 2 screens that's above it, you know. So you're you're pretty far up there, so it takes a little bit for you to fall down. But if you time it right, you can save a little bit of time, but it still takes a little bit. So
we're going to use the Pharaoh shot here to kind of take care of these enemies. That way we're not actually wasting any of the energy here. So one thing to know, guys, like let's say I speedrun Mega Man 7, and whenever you get to the Wily stages, so your of course your health refills, but also your weapon energy does too. Mega Man 4, for example, this game, you have to conserve your energy, your weapon energy between all of the Cossack stages and then all of the Wily stages. So the routing in this and the weapon usage is very, very tight. So I'll let you talk about the twins here, the twins fight.
You can use that shot above your head again on these twins, but I messed it up because I suck at this game. But that's all right. We can just take the extra refill we're gonna get in the next stage, but we just use that to our advantage, and we try to get a double shot. As when you kill the first one and the second one appears, you can do a double shot using the same ammo, but I missed it, so you know, it happens. You can't win them all, right? It's G&D's fault. Blame G&D.
Here's your chance, chat.
Here's your chance. Here's your chance, chat. Blame G&D. It's all his fault.
Blame G&D. Blame G&D. Get your kappas out. Hey, you have the vet kappas? Let's get them out there.
Yeah, get the vet kappas in there.
Awesome. So we are on to Cossack 4 here. Now this section, he's going to get that refill for Pharaoh. All he's going to need here, you know, and we're going to conserve that energy all the way through the refights and all the way to the Wily fights as well. This stage is pretty short. It's a decent length here. In this next section, he actually was going to go to the right. Now, during the Buster Only, which I love myself, I love the Buster Only percent. That not so much.
It's trolly. It's super trolly.
But most times, you know, when you play any percent like this and you play it over and over and over, I mean, just hundreds and thousands of times, you know, you're practicing, and then you never get to see other parts of the game that you would normally do for other categories. So it's kind of nice to get up there and you're like, hey, there's stars up there. I didn't know that. Okay, we're going to keep on sliding down here, and we're going to get to the Cossack fight. And one thing to note about the Cossack fight, if you run the Japanese version of the game, Cossack's going to move immediately. If you play the English version, then you can get 2 charge shots off on Dr. Cossack there. Now, why is it that we would choose Japanese version over the American version? It's because the Japanese text obviously will scroll faster. There's less characters on the screen for more than a couple words. So there you go. You did a great job here, guy. Oh man, that was a guy.
Hey guy.
Yeah, and actually, what he was doing, he was sliding on the ground to cancel or
it resets his horizontal position. So instead of going left and right, he'll just stop, and it kind of resets him. So you can kind of use that to your advantage a little bit. Woo!
So now we're on to Wily 1. So Wily 1 is, it's one of I think this might be my favorite stage of all the Cossack and Wily stages, because it's all full of Mets except for one Saw. So it's pretty cool. There's some really nice movement that you can have here, as long as you buster the crap out of these Mets. in the right way and skip the ones that you need to skip. It can be a pretty fast little stage here. It really is. Really cool movement here. You have some Mets that just pop up and shoot. You have other Mets that spin. There, they kind of do like the little dance, and they take more shots to kill than just the regular Mets that pop up there. So here we go. And then we're gonna have a water section here coming up in just a second.
Wow. Go menu.
So we're gonna take bus. All the way through here, the Mega Buster. So.
I use Jet pretty much the entire way because we're not. I mean, there's sometimes we're not really gonna ride them that much, but we just want to save on menus because it cuts out about 2 seconds. So we're gonna save a little bit of time by having him out so we can use the Buster on these enemies and use them when we need them. That way we don't have to keep menuing. But just Buster all these mummies down, and then we're gonna come into this bat room here, and hopefully we can manipulate Jet to face the other way towards the wall, so that way we can jump up off him through that bat room, which we did just fine. So that's pretty good. Shout outs to Hypa for coming up with that, and I just unwanted screen transition. That happens sometimes. That'll happen. You gotta watch your footing here.
Exactly. So it looks like I'm going to refresh my screen here. It looks like we're back up in business with the stream, with your stream there, stream capture. So it'll be just 1 second. If you could go ahead and just let us know what's going on there, and I'll take over whenever I can.
So we're coming up on the boss fight. I switched to Toad, the Rain Flush, and what I want to do is I want to jump into this last corridor. And as I'm jumping in, making a screen transition, I'm going to shoot one Rain Flush, and then I'm going to switch the drill, hit him in the hitbox, which actually shrinks his hitbox down pretty significantly, and we can just stand behind him using the ring boomerang and just insta-kill him, basically. Mash him down. Never have to worry about getting hit by Taco Trash. Too easy. I wish I would have known that when I was a kid.
Really, and Taco Trash is his actual name.
Yeah. I'm sure they pronounce it differently, but it's Taco Trash. But yeah, moving on to the refights now.
Excellent. So with the refight, I'll tell you about this. I think that I'm caught up here with the stream. So we're going to do the refights in a very specific order. There are a couple different routes to do refights, but this is the one that me and Matt are very, very familiar with. So what we're going to start off on the top right, and I'll get there here in a few more seconds. We got a little bit of routing, a little bit of energy to pick up here for our weapons. Again, we want to make sure that ring is filled up. We're going to be using the crap out of the ring. Also, we got dust. There's Pharaoh we got to worry about. I mean, and also the skull as well. So we just want to make sure, again, that this all comes down to how much energy we've used throughout the Cossack stages and the Wily stages, all of them together, 8 different stages.
There's 8
That's what
different
makes
stages.
it so hard.
Yeah. Gotta conserve ammo. It's very important in this run.
Right. I mean, if you take a death, I mean, you're kind of be like, oh, well, got a buster. You know? They get some refills. So, let's start off by using the Dust Puncher here with Ferroman. Now, normally, when you play this game, this is a, what do you call it, a soft weakness to Ferroman, because usually what you do is use Brightman's weapon, and what it does, it freezes Ferroman, and you just keep shooting the lemons at him. Just over and over and over.
He was a jumpy jerk again. So
Yeah, he was definitely not a Pharaoh bro to you today. I bet you're
oh my
yeah,
god.
take that energy.
Refights
Yeah.
are going terrible.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it goes. It does.
Refights
we're gonna
are off to a bad start, but we'll pick it up here.
For sure, for sure. So again, we're gonna manipulate these robot masters, and we want to, whenever we kill them and everything, we want to be on the left-hand side where that teleporter is at all times. Because you know, like I said, typically earlier when we were playing the 8 Red Road stages, you want to be in the middle of the screen where you can get that weapon get right and you do that magic pixel. But this one, again, with your on those teleporters, you want to kill those robot masters right next to that teleporter. So let's talk about this the Brightman fight here as well.
So the Brightman fight, you want to use an odd number of skull shields, 3 or 5 will do. So that way it will offset his health values, like we talked earlier. He will never freeze you, and you should end up with 1 rain flush left over for the drill fight, because the rain flush does 1 HP of damage while he's underground. And that's how we chain the weapons together for the bosses.
That's right. If you remember that drill man fight from earlier, he dove with that 1 health.
And that was a perfect drill man fight. Spoiler alert, but that was amazing.
Yeah, I'm just now watching it now, so that's awesome. So no, obviously the very first one where he goes in the ground, we don't really count. So yeah, that is excellent RNG for you for sure. So yeah, again, Toadman here, he's pretty standard, just like we did in his stage. So see you later, buddy. Okay, now we're gonna switch over. Now the Ringman fight is just a little bit different. What we're gonna do, because we can't actually come into this room with a charged Pharaoh shot, so we're gonna take an extra charge there, an extra hit at the very, very end, and this is what you'll see. Got it. Great job. That's perfect, dude. Let's see what RNG Dustman gives you as well. Hopefully not. What's your PB currently?
My PB is 39.31 right now.
Excellent. So he had excellent RNG from the Dustman fight there. Very good. So what we're going to do here on Wily Machine is that we'll use Ring and then down to 1 health. We're going to switch over to Drill. When we do Drill, it's actually going to kind of skip the it's going to skip Wily's his health refill, because there's like 2 bars of health for this boss. And what it's going to do, it's also going to damage him a little bit too. So the one thing to note too is that whenever Vet is using the drill bombs, he actually has to fire and then hit the fire button again specifically to detonate them. If not, it's going to tink off of the Wily Machine. So look, we only got 1 tink there, and now we're on to the very, very final end of the game, guys. So definitely get your hypes in chat, for sure.
Yeah, time's gonna come up on last hit on Wily, by the way.
So there's only 2 weapons that can damage Wily. It's the Pharaoh shot and also the Ring Boomerang. So you definitely want to use the Pharaoh shot. We're going to try to get some double hits. And again, Wily, he is definitely RNG. So about where he spawns. So let's hope that he spawns close to you, and then definitely not like in the corners or anywhere below you. So let's see. Good luck, man.
Thanks. Come on, Wily, really?
Well, that's
Oh my
being a
god,
jerk.
what a jerk.
Yep.
Oh my god, really?
Oh no.
There we go, time. Good
Excellent.
lord.
GG, man. GG. Very good run. Thank you so much, dude.
Thanks. Pretty good run, except for that Wily capsule. What a jerk, man. I felt like I was in Mega Man 9 there for a minute. Just give me the worst pattern ever, but... that was a good run. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks G&D for commentating me. Thanks everybody for the GGs in chat. And that concludes our Mega Block for this Pixels for People. I really appreciate everybody sticking around and hanging out and watching this fantastic marathon and donating. All you guys donating. I appreciate every one of you. Everybody behind the scenes at Pixels for People, thanks for putting this together. Carter and Mannix and all you guys, thanks so much. Thanks for having me, and that's all for me. Shout outs to the Mafia Speedrunning Discord, you guys are awesome. You guys are very helpful. The Mega Man, if you guys are interested in speedrunning this, go check out the Mega Man RTA Leaderboards website and grab the Discord link and get all the tutorials and all the help you need. And everybody's very friendly, very willing to help out, and hopefully you guys start speedrunning this. And let's get closer to that $1,500 mark. We're almost there. We're about, what, $40 away? So get your donations in, guys, and we'll catch you next time. G&D, you got anything?
No, guys, but thank you so much. Excellent run again. GG's to Vet. And yeah, guys, check us out on Discords as well, our personal ones. We'd be more than happy to go over Mega Man 4 or other Mega Man speedruns if you'd like. Just anytime, just hit us up. Thank you.
Thank you both for joining us, and thank you for an amazing run. And that's a great run to end the Mega Man block for the evening, which does make me very sad. Regardless, unfortunately, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Cosmic needs the sleepies, so we're gonna move on to some Resident Evil Village with Lethargic Waldo, and I'm gonna hand the reins back to Flibbity Flam, who was here earlier for your host, but he's gonna take over for you guys again. Give him some love, and I will see you all tomorrow evening around 6:30 as well. Keep getting those donos in. There's still a couple polls to get going that are good for tomorrow, so enjoy some Resident Evil. And I hope everyone has a wonderful night. We'll be right back after this short intermission.